I welcome you to this session of ISO 45001 2018, and today we are going to talk about clause number 7.5.2, creating and updating. This is under the clause 7.5, documented information. So we are going to talk about creation and updation of the documented information. So as usual, first of all, I'll read out the requirement to you as given in the standard. Clause number 7.5.2, creating and updating. When creating and updating documented information, the organization shall ensure appropriate identification and description, bracket, for example, a title, date, author or reference number. B, format, for example, language, software version, graphics, and media, for example, paper, electronic. And C, review and approval for suitability and adequacy. So this is all as given in the clause. And now let us discuss it in more detail. Well, as given in the standard, we are talking about the creation and updation of the documented information. Creation and updation of the documented information. Now, documented information normally includes the documented system, that means the procedures, the manuals, the work instructions and things like that, plus also the records. So creation and updating of the documented information will include both the documented information in terms of procedures and manuals and work instructions, and also the records. So the clause, the requirement is that when we are going to create the documented information, the management has to ensure that we take care of the following. A, identification and description. Any information that we are documenting, the identification and description of that information should be very clearly and lucidly the title must contain. For example, the title, the date, the author, the reference number, and the version number or the issue number, all these things have to be clearly mentioned. So that will be included in the identification and description of the documented information that we are creating. Second is B, format. We have to decide which language we are going to use, which software version or which graphics and which media we are going to use for creating that information. For example, it could be simply on the paper, a printout, or it could be electronic, which the people can see on their screens, on the computer screens. So we have to take care of all these things, that the format, in the format, what is going to be the language? Well, the language will depend on the kind of people, the type of region where we are working, and the language is spoken in that region. So we may like to have the information or the format in the language which is most convenient to us, whether it is local language or maybe English language or maybe Hindi language, or whatever language is convenient, we will adopt that language. And also we will decide about the software version or the graphics which we are going to use in creating that and in making that format. And the media, whether it is going to be a hard copy on paper, or maybe it is going to be as a soft copy which the people can see on their computers. So all this has to be decided. The format has to be decided. That is B. And lastly, C, Review and approval of suitability and adequacy. Now this is very important. First of all, the person who is documenting the information has to be a capable person holding a responsible position, so that we know that he understands the entire thing. The topic is well understood by him. When he is creating the information, he should know what information is to be created, in what manner, and what all is going to be included in that information. So, it has got to be done by a person who is competent. So, the management has to give this work to a person who is competent in creating it. He could be a departmental head, he could be sectional head, or he could be a supervisor, or whatever. The level has to be decided by the management. And that person has to create the information and then also review the information. Once he has created, he must review it, whether anything is missing or something is to be added or whatever it is. He must review it and put, or maybe he is not reviewing, he is creating and somebody else above him is reviewing. So the person who is reviewing, he is also responsible to ensure that nothing is missing in that. So that has to be done, a review has got to be done, and then the approval for suitability has to be done at the appropriate level. That means a person who is holding a position where he understands the entire thing, what kind of work it is for which the instruction is being written down, or the procedure is being written down, or the record is being created. So he should be clear about everything. And then the suitability is once established, then he is supposed to be completely reviewing the document and approving the document. So document has got to be approved by the competent authority. And while he is approving the document, he is also ensuring that the adequacy part is taken care, that whatever information is there in the document, that is adequate, nothing is missing. So adequacy part is also taken care by the person who is reviewing the document. So the review has to be done at a higher level. For example, if the sectional head has created the document, the divisional head may review it for suitability and adequacy, and the approving authority has to put signature on that, and the person who is creating the documented information, he is also supposed to sign, so that we know clearly who created the document, who approved the document, who reviewed it for adequacy and all this. So we have to take care of these aspects, and once these are done, then we can say that the information or the documented system has been created and updated in line with the requirement of the standard. That means it is meeting the requirement of the standard fully and completely. So that's all in this requirement. I hope all of you have understood the requirement well. But by chance, if there is anything which is lurking in your mind, which is not clear to you, please give your comment below this video and I'll make things clear for you. Okay? And I hope if you like my videos, please give me a like, give me a thumbs up, and also share my videos with your friends and colleagues. And please do not forget to subscribe to my channel if you have not done so already. Because when you subscribe to my channel and also press the bell icon, the information regarding loading of the fresh video will reach you well in time, and without missing any time you will be able to see my videos. So please keep it in mind, and thank you very much for watching my videos, and bye, and see you next Sunday again. Bye bye. See you.